Hi, it's Andrew Irvin here, and we're filming another episode of From the Ground Up, where we talk to Australia's entrepreneurs and hear about what makes them tick, a little bit more about their trials and tribulations of growing and scaling their businesses. Today, I'm delighted to be talking to James Russo, one of the founders of NPM Indigenous. So James, thank you for sitting down with us today. So tell me a little bit about NPM Indigenous and how you got started.
Yeah, thank you. So NPM Indigenous is a Aboriginal-led and owned construction company. I'm one of the co-founders. I'm a proud Rotary man. It's owned by myself, my brother, Daniel, my other brother from another mother, Tim, and Daniel Alfonso. And we've been in business for about 3 years now. Here we are with over sort of 20 projects on the go and 25 staff.
20 projects, 25 staff in 3 years. That's a heck of a start. So James, can you just give us a feel for exactly the type of the work that you do with Indigenous customers?
Typically, we take on a number of different works, one of which is both building and refurbishing housing for Aboriginal people in social housing. We also do projects for government clients such as schools infrastructure, TAFE New South Wales, where we'll build a facility or refurbish an office, something of that nature. And for infrastructure New South Wales and Lend-Lease down at One Sydney Harbour or Barangaroo, we were sourced to construct an amenities and kiosk building. And the challenge of that was, as many Indigenous businesses as there were in the market, we needed to bring them together to help construct this building. So it's a big challenge, but I think we managed to pull it off. We had over 80% of Indigenous businesses spend on that.
Wow.
Yeah, represented throughout most major trades. So that's an example of what government or corporates will come to us with when they say, we want Indigenous representation on this project, meaningful representation.
Yeah. What was the idea? Like, what made you want to do this?
I discovered a real passion for working with Indigenous businesses, being Aboriginal myself. And I saw that it was an interesting field, but I didn't, I guess, see a lot of success there. For me, the biggest part about starting NPM Indigenous is that we wanted to employ Aboriginal people and upskill and give Aboriginal people opportunities that may have otherwise not been available to them. And that also extends to our supply chain of Indigenous businesses as well. So that's sort of the genesis of the idea.
So that was the idea, and that's where you wanted to have real social impact as well as commercial impact. Is it hard to find Aboriginal employees?
Aboriginal people represent 2% of the population, so to find skilled Aboriginal people in the types of roles that we require, it's obviously a challenge. It's hard to find that in any market, regardless whether they're Indigenous or not. But what we do find, I guess, is we're based in the community. So we hear about people that want skills and training and job opportunities through our community, and then we give them a shot.
You've got 25 employees in 3 years. Where's the goal? Where's NPM Indigenous going, and what's the future for you guys?
Future for us is a first-class construction company that operates in all states that just so happens are Indigenous and run and led by Indigenous people. Our tagline is engaging communities and building futures. Yeah, and that's our goal, is to engage Aboriginal communities and build futures throughout the country.
Well, it's awesome to see you blazing a trail for other Indigenous businesses to be able to replicate what you have done. And I can tell you, here at NAB, we are very, very driven to be both a bigger and better procurer of Indigenous services, as well as the best bank for Indigenous companies as well. So thanks for spending time with us, with our viewers, and wishing you all the best as you continue to scale NPM Indigenous.
Thank you so much.
It's great chatting.
Thank you.
NAB, more than money.